I'm just trying to set up the stream first to see how the internet connection is, and once it's working, I will be ready and good to go, I guess. Okay, I think the internet and the stream is good enough to actually start the video. So I got disconnected from the server, but the title is pretty obvious. I'm sure you've read it already. So in this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys the best strategy to farm Hydra at level 71 and announce a giveaway, and how I normally farm the Hydra. So to start off, I'm just gonna first log in. I'm gonna show how much gold load I have, show my stats and what kind of stats you need in a party and the classes and pretty much everything you need to know. So first, to go with my gold load, this is my grid set I use for my gold load. I have 140 gold load on my weapon, 250 gold load on my grid set, as you can see, and I have a Meyer artifact with 50% gold load as well. And then, as you can see, the key, I have 10% gold load from the key, and I use this pet which increases gold load by 20% when I do damage. And I chose not to use lucky because I want good stats so I can finish the map first. Fast, sorry, not first. So for this video, I might run into a party if a party is good, I guess. But if not, I'm just gonna do random so you can watch how it is playing with random players. So my setup for this, I use this set for stats. As you can see, these are my gear. I have this awakening. I think the level is 71 level legendary dagger with this awakening is probably the best weapon if you don't have a lot of gold. This is relatively cheap. Then I used my set, as you can see, with jewels. I don't have the best jewels, as you can see, some noble, some finesse, and some others. I do recommend getting these two altars from God. They don't cost a lot. You can buy them for relatively cheap. I chose to buy the tradable ones, so in case I want to sell them. And then lastly, I use the Meyer artifact with that awakening. So as you can see, I get 7.5 thousand health, about 6.5 thousand damage, and 5.5k armor. That's right, 5.5. Oh no. Remap. I am a bit sleepy, but and a bit laggy as well. So I'm just gonna remap. Okay, so you might be wondering what my highest best time is. So a Hydra is basically the best place to farm. My highest fastest time so far has been about 35 seconds. And the way you run it so fast is basically, obviously, you need to be a rogue. It helps if you run with the full Maya set, but not everyone is that rich and can afford it. So if I show you my stats while I am here, I get almost 10,000 health and 7.2 thousand damage and 5.8k armor, and that's because I get the set effect because I'm using the artifact, and yeah, I'm using the artifact and the Meyer helm and armor. So if you can buy the helm or the armor, then you are doing they are really cheap. They're like 200k, and if you can buy either the artifact or if you can buy the artifact or the belt or any other ring or amulet, do so, because their defense is really significant and it does help out in the long term. I'm gonna quickly read the comments. Hello, super. Hi. So I'm quickly gonna. So what I normally tend to do is come here. Obviously, as you can see, a speed set is really not required here, which is why I'm not using my Venom set. As you can see, I do have a Venom set, but I just realized that I don't actually need a Venom set here, because you can pretty much come here using two Shadow Piercer, and you can just dodge his attack. It's not like you need to move around. A lot of people think they need a Venom set or a speed set here, but you really don't. You can, if you spend 500k even investing on this, you can come here and survive and do a lot more damage, which in turn will mean that you're earning more gold because your party is able to run the map faster. So when you do timed run, it's always best to kill the heads. So as you know, there are the main head up there. There are tails that spawn in the map. Oh no. Sorry, that was my bad. So this is the tail. So once you kill the tail, you can count how many seconds it stays for. So I think it's somewhere between 5 to 10 seconds, which is really not a lot of time. But when you kill this head, the small head, the boss stuns goes for a lot longer, which is what you want. So when you are killing the boss, always try to go for the head, because you will get longer time to damage the boss. Yeah, so that's and if you are using a pet, which you should be here, because this place is really difficult, you gotta make sure that you use abilities when you take down the head and not the tails. And I don't mean main head by then, like the smaller heads, to increase the duration of the stun. Not sure how much gold I've gotten there, but hopefully not too bad. Okay, so as you can see, running Hydra over and over again to make as much gold as I can, because I want to be able to buy stuff and have something to do, and just vanities and stuff. I recently started. I went back to farming again because I want to buy pretty much all of the vanities without spending any of the gold I already have. And that's because I had quite a bit of gold and I wasn't sure how to spend it. And then I decided, instead of spending it, I'll just keep the gold and invest it on gears. Oh my god, really sorry. I'm a bit laggy. It's not been good. See, I'm probably frozen. Oh my god, I hate this. Just go. I hope someone else join your stream. I should probably, if you're like in the game right now, just tell your guild guildmates to come watch. I'm still gonna be streaming. I'm just gonna refresh this page and hope the internet is better. I just applied an update to my phone, which might be causing the problem right now. I don't honestly know, but I definitely have to. Oh, Okay, I'll cancel this and keep going. See, yeah, I really wanted to stream yesterday, but I was feeling a bit sick, which is why I haven't. If you didn't know, near the end of this stream, I'll be announcing a giveaway, and the winner of a giveaway that I had hosted last week. And in that giveaway, I'll give this heroic George. Is actually a really good pet. Oh my god, what is going on? So if we look at I don't think we can see the stats, but it's a really cool pet. I'm just gonna switch to the grid set. So I think you should don't get gold gear just for with items. I think you should always go for two sets, one which has a really good stats, and just before you kill the boss you just switch to your gold set. And switching doesn't really take that long. The reason it's being bad on my computer is because it's a bit laggy with the internet being bad and the new update for the Windows 10. Yeah. But in terms of pet, what I normally like to go with is I like to go with Maria because it gives 20% extra boss damage for everyone in the party, not just me. Secondly, the Gympet, Gym, I don't know how else you spell it, but what it does is basically increases your crit rate by 40%. If we look at my stats, I've got about 74% crit now. But if I wait, let's see again. Oh, I don't know what happened. It just fluctuated. But what that means is that if so, let's say I had 66, like we just saw, well 70. We'll go 70, and the cream increases my crit by 40%, which means I'll be really close to 100, which means my damage that my weapon, that my skills does, gets multiplied by the 410%, which means I can do a lot more damage to the boss. And this isn't just me, it applies to the whole party. So pretty much everyone will get a boost to their damage, and that's what you can that's what you need to rely on to do a lot of damage. There's been times when I managed to kill the boss with a good party with just one run, like one head. Maybe it was one and a half, maybe one and a half, maybe a tail and a head. Not sure, but that's basically the main strategy I use. A lot of people seem to think you need a necro or glow stick here, but those pets are honestly useless. They don't really do anything um, for you here because the boss's damage and the poison is so high that it's really difficult. It's not sustainable, so I wouldn't recommend using those. The next pet I'd say to use is Heroic Fenris. If you have somewhere around 500, 200, 5,000 to 6,000 DPS, you'll probably do about 200k damage, which is not bad at all. But the problem with that pet is sometimes it doesn't follow you and come to this main boss. It just stays back to whoever it was killing, or goes to the head, this head right here on my mouse, like the one on the right, which is why I tend to avoid using Heroic Fenris, because it's not very good at targeting, and sometimes it doesn't do anything at all, whereas the other pets there actually help. Other pets I like. The other pets isn't really coming to me. As you can see, I'm lagging extremely bad. Like it just all went nowhere. So I don't know what was going on. See, usually when I play this, I don't lag this much, so it's actually better. Okay, I'm gonna see how much gold I have at the moment. Okay, once I hit 84, I think I'll stop this just because it's way too laggy and I don't wanna put you guys through that. And I'll probably stream some other time instead. And that way, you know, yeah, things work out better. But I did want to stream a little bit just so you guys had some idea as to what's going on. Oh shit. Yeah. So going back here, how much do I have? 82. Okay. So I'll see if I make 22k this run, 18k, and if I don't, then I'll do one more. Otherwise, I'll make this my last run here. And this is just because it's just too laggy, and I wanna announce the giveaway. Again, the Heroic George, I'll show the stats near the end. You can see how good it is. I personally think it's good, but there are other alternatives that I like more, so I prefer using the other pets as well. Previously, if you're wondering how I got as strong as I am, so all of this, it's because you need to have the best gears, obviously, and you need your percentage of stats in your primary stat. For example, for me as a rogue, I need percentage dex. If you're a warrior, you need STR, and if you're mage, you need int. Oh my god, it's almost about to die. Okay, switch. So that's basically how you need that for every gear. The more of primary percentage you have, the more powerful you will be. Well, thanks for watching. Just want to check how much I got there. Okay, I did get enough, but I'm gonna tell these guys this is my last. Okay, so here we go. My last game here, and then I'm just gonna suggest some stuff. Now, a second person can use Maria AA just so if one person missed, or you can use them back to back because they don't last very long. So maybe go 2 people with Maria. There is another pet, something like a Yeti power, but I've never really used that, so I can't say how good it is. But I'm not sure if you can use Calvin to stun them, increase the stun the main hit longer. So if you know, do let me know down in the comments below. I haven't personally checked it, but I don't know. Someone told me it doesn't work, but I have a feeling it might. So I just think it's something that's worth noting. Oh my god, I honestly don't know what's going on. Like, it's just too laggy. It's not showing anything. Why am I not doing any? Oh, okay, I needed to change my set. That's why it was so bad. It's because I wasn't doing any damage because my gold. I still had my golden set. So I was wondering what the hell was going on because I was hitting left and right. Okay, so this is probably the last one. We'll just go here. So as you can see, it's really hard. If you play this, sometimes, as you can see, I have I'm running with a mage, although I normally run with 1 warrior and 3 rogues. So 11k, not bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave the party, go back to my happy place. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, you want, this is, I think, is personally the best setup, like I said, for pretty much any character. Use any weapon. You can use a high level um, tainted dagger with good awakening if you want, but I think the legendary 71 are really good, so I just tend to stick with that, and it has worked out well. The Hellman Meyer armor, I use the Londrian sash of mastery. It's only level 57, but because for some reason it's better than pretty much all the other stuff that are currently available in auction. I didn't even spend that much on it. I spent like 1 million gold on it. Okay. So if I go here, you'll see that, like, oh my god, you'll see